Yo, what's up everybody? How y'all doing today? Today we're back yet again reacting to the most disturbing things caught on camera. Or disturbing things in general. Disturbing things. Disturbing things. That's where this category is. This is part 8. So today we're watching, of course, our favorite YouTuber when it comes to this, Chilling Scares. Make sure to check him out. Shout out to him. Me watching his videos. Today we're 8 most disturbing things discovered in basements. Boom, boom, boom. So let's jump right into it, boys.
This first discovery happened to multiple students of Ohio State University.
I like his voice because it's like the average horror person's voice. Like, you know, like if you watch like who is it? Like Mr. Horror, Mr. Nightmare, or like people like that. He's got like that kind of same voice that you hear. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the voice of Dr. Going to Die. Goddamn, fucking auto zoom was on, bro. Goddamn.
Back in September of 2013, the group of students only recently started leasing an off-campus house close to the school, and it was in this house where they would make a disturbing find in the basement. Only a month after moving in, the students would start to notice small yet strange occurrences in the house. Things like cupboards, their oven, and even their microwave being left open.
Yeah, see, already I would already moved back to campus. I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna stay on campus. I'm just gonna stay on campus. Fuck this bullshit trap house motherfucking ass shit. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
The house was 3 stories, with 5 students on the first floor and 10 others on the second and third.
Good God.
So obviously it was difficult to keep track of everyone.
A lot of kids.
But when they realized none of them were responsible, they decided to search the house, more specifically the basement. What they found was a locked door, which they had originally assumed was a utility closet that the landlord wanted to be kept locked. Though at no point in time was this confirmed, and after calling the landlord about it, they were informed this wasn't the case. The door should not have been locked for any reason.
Dude, at the first point, I wouldn't give a fuck. Listen, man, if I'm renting out a place, that house is mine while I'm renting. You know what I mean? Like, the house, it belongs to you while you're renting. And, that's how renting works. You know, like if you're renting, you own that place while you're renting it. It's your place while you're renting it. Yeah, you might not be able to like fucking change like stuff like that, but like you can, you have free range. I'm pretty sure over anywhere on the premises because it's your fucking house. You're renting it. You're paying for it. I think that's how it works. I don't know if it's different in different states or different rental laws or whatever. But when I was renting, that's how it was, dude. I went anywhere, dude. I didn't give a fuck. Like I'm renting this place. I'm doing whatever the hell I want. Like, yeah, I know you can't like, you know, fucking rip up the floor and put new flooring in or something like that. You can't like alter the place. But like you should have like free range over like anywhere you want to go.
The landlord would end up sending a maintenance worker to check it out, and after breaking down the door, a room that was clearly being lived in was revealed. The room had framed photos and school textbooks scattered around. The students would change all the locks that night and leave a note for whoever was living in the room saying to call them. The man would actually end up calling the number.
Oh my God. So it's, dude, so if there's college textbooks, like maybe he's like a student and he couldn't like afford his own place or something maybe. That's crazy. But I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. Kind of a creepo, but you know, you could have maybe just asked. You know?
And later be removed from the household. It turns out the guy was a cousin to one of the house's previous residents, which is how he got a key in the first place. One of the students even recalled running into the man in the basement at one point earlier in the month and asking who he was, but only to be met with a very vague answer. Ultimately, the students would blame the leasing company of the home for the incident, as
So it was somebody renting out the place before. His cousin, I guess, moved in at some point, and just that guy moved out, and he just never left. He's like, oh well, I might as well stay. I've been here long enough. I might as well just stay. Fuck it, why not? Why not? Yeah.
they were responsible for failing to change the locks from the year before.
Yeah, that makes. Yeah, you should probably change the locks. If you don't get the keys
In
back,
June
change
of
the fucking lock.
2020,
That's obvious.
A man named Christopher Town would make a life-threatening discovery while helping his friend move furniture in his basement. Unknown to both of them at the time was the fact that the house itself was built over a well. And so at one point, when Christopher was making his way across the room, the floorboards just underneath him would snap, which caused him to fall the 25-foot drop to the bottom.
Oh, fuck.
Fortunately, there was water at the bottom to break his fall, though this meant Christopher would have to use the rocks on the wall to hold his head above the water while he waited for the local fire department to arrive.
Oh my
And to
God.
make things worse, the water itself was at an extremely low temperature. Though, after only a few minutes, the fire department was able to successfully get Christopher out using a hauling system. And other than almost getting hypothermia, Christopher would make it out unhurt.
Dude, why the fuck would you not fill the well in whenever you're building a fucking house on top of it? Why would you just build a house on top of a place and like on top of a well or like even on top of any big hole? Why the fuck would you not fill that hole in before you're just gonna slap fucking wood over and go, oh, it's good enough? Yeah, okay. You can tell this house didn't get fucking inspected at all. At all. Where's the home inspectors at, guys? Jesus Christ.
Mike Carroll was a man who lived in a small house in Lake Grove, New York.
Because you know, another thing I have to say, you know, because like how the wood's sitting on that, it's like moist as fuck down there. So like those boards are eventually gonna get really moist, and that's probably what happened. The floor started giving way because the moisture was like eating into the wood for so fucking long, probably, and it just like caved right in. If I had to guess what happened.
Which was the same house he had grown up in.
This is crazy.
Mike was 57 at the time, and only a few months prior had purchased the house. Though, while he was in the basement, Mike would make a disturbing discovery. He would find a full set of human bones buried under some dirt.
Oh my God.
What makes this find so disturbing is the fact that the bones match the DNA of his father. When Mike was only 8 months old, his father was said to have gone missing, and throughout his childhood, he would question his mother about this. But each time he was given a different story. So, of course, this made Mike want to find out for himself what had really happened to his father, which is what gave him motivation to buy his childhood house in the first place. The newly found bones would obviously cause blame for the disappearance to be shifted onto his mother, though she had unfortunately passed away 20 years prior. So, there's no way of confirming if she was responsible or not, and therefore what really happened.
Bro, that bitch probably killed her. Dude, it had to have been her. Who else would it have been? It's their childhood home where they lived, and all of a sudden the husband disappears. I feel like it's kind of fucking obvious. Your fucking mom killed your goddamn dad. That's crazy. I hope she had a good reason at least. Damn.
And will
Damn.
forever be unknown.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
In January of 2016, an appliance repairman was responding to a call from house owner Charles Price. Though, while the repairman was working in the basement, he would claim to have noticed something moving in a covered container in a back corner. Curious, the repairman would lift off the cover and be met by a 200-pound alligator.
Oh my
But
God.
Before running, the repairman would capture multiple pictures for proof to show the police. It turns out the house owner had the alligator for more than 20 years and was supposedly using it to help him with the house's mouse infestation. He would illegally keep the creature in a cage in his basement and claimed to occasionally take him out into his backyard. Shortly after the repairman made the report, the alligator was confiscated by local animal control and later released into a better environment.
Dog, I mean, that's one way. I mean, you could just get a fucking cat. You know, I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, you could just get a fucking cat. Why do you need a whole ass fucking alligator? Why do you need a whole ass fucking alligator? To get rid of some damn mouses. Holy shit. I mean, that's a little bit of fucking overkill. Not gonna lie. A little bit of
This
overkill.
discovery was posted to Reddit by an account under the name Daily Dish. In the post, the Redditor explains how a few years ago they shared a house with some friends, and in the first few months of living in the house, they hadn't spent much time in the basement. The basement was half finished, with the other half being a sort of dirt crawl space that extended under the porch of the house. They went on to explain how one night they
Oh yeah, you can't really hang out in one of those basements too, because it's like, because of the dirt, dude. If you've ever been in a basement that's unfinished, it's moist as a motherfucker down there. It's like you're in a fucking sweat lodge, but it's cold. It's like a cold sweat lodge. It's not fun.
decided to explore it more thoroughly, and after grabbing a flashlight, they discovered a black canvas duffel bag in the very back of the dirt crawl
Oh
space.
fuck, there's gonna be a dead body.
Disturbingly, in the duffel bag were 2 black ski masks, a hunting knife, and a single black leather glove. The Redditor went on to
Alright, what is the fucking guy from Scream?
explain how they decided to call the non-emergency police number and report the discovery, though the police weren't interested, and therefore the house owners decided to set fire to everything but the hunting knife. Whether that bag had any relation to any sort of criminal activity is still unknown to this day.
Damn, the cops said they don't give a fuck. They don't give
This next
a
discovery
fuck.
comes from a guy who moved into a
That could have been a fucking murder weapon for all we know, and the cops were just like, yeah, I don't care. You know, it could find a potential murderer. But no, they don't fucking care. Alright, well, you know, good cops. Good cops, I'll say that.
studio apartment in England. The guy claimed to have moved into the apartment without even viewing the place, and on arrival he would discover
crazy
something
as
pretty
fuck.
disturbing.
Who the fuck would move into a place without even going and looking at it? Just like, oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. This guy right here that's recording is a fucking idiot. Who does that?
So here's the apartment I moved into last week. It's pretty small, pretty nice. Rent was pretty cheap, so I moved in without
Weird
even
fucking
viewing
walls.
the place. And then when I got here, I realized why the rent was so cheap.
The guy then goes on to give a tour of the apartment, and after a while, this sort of trapdoor on the floor can be seen.
Got a bathroom, pretty standard. And then we look down here.
What the fuck?
What's this?
Go in there, bro.
That's definitely a handle. So I figured, you know, a bit of underfloor storage. So let's lift this up. That looks like it goes down pretty deep.
Featured directly under this guy's apartment is some sort of dungeon-looking basement.
Yeah, go in that bitch. I want to see this. My curiosity has peaked here, boys. My curiosity has peaked. Let's see this. What's in here?
Come down.
This is fucking creepy, dude.
You can see a
Oh.
corridor going off.
I would not go down here by my fucking self, dude. Get some buddies or something. Why are you doing this by yourself? Get some friends or something. Because you don't know what the fuck's down there, dude. It could be the fucking Grim Reaper or some fucking weird ass fucking Skinwalker or some shit. I've watched too many scary videos, okay? I've watched too many scary videos.
Straight to the front. Some interesting graffiti on the wall.
TCF. See.
Down here, this place is strange.
Like a fucking bed, dude.
It's like a brick seat or bed.
Yeah,
Compared
looks
to
like
the
a
rest of
bed.
the apartment, the area itself is pretty big, featuring many large rooms and corridors. What exactly this area was used for is unclear.
Dude, that was a goddamn dungeon, bro. Motherfucker was locking people in there, bro. You just stumbled upon a fucking sex traffic place or some shit.
Way back in 2002,
That's some fucking Diddy shit right there, brother. If I ain't seen that before.
a homeowner in Jefferson County, Wisconsin found out that the foundation of her house was deteriorating. And so in November, she would apply for a loan to repair the foundation. But around 2 weeks later, while away at work, she would get a call from the workers hired to do the repair, explaining how they came across a gruesome discovery. They explained that as they started to remove the soil from the foundation wall in our basement, they had unearthed the full skeletal remains of a body. The skeleton was determined to be that of a
fuck.
50-year-old male. Most disturbingly, though, is the fact that after further inspection, it was determined that the house had been built right on top of an ancient burial ground that's estimated to be up to 170 years old.
Oh, fuck.
Experts believe that in all likelihood, hundreds more skeletons are within a close proximity to the one found. This discovery would ultimately put a stop to the house's renovation altogether.
What's the bitch just gonna live in a house with the foundation falling in? Okay. Fuck it, man. Pour those goddamn skeletons out and keep on digging, boys. Pour them damn skeletons out and just keep on digging. Who gives a fuck?
In
Okay.
January of 2010, Wally and Linda DeForest would move into their new home in Goshen, Indiana. Though only a week after moving in, the couple would discover a live torpedo in their basement.
Oh,
something
fuck.
they obviously weren't aware of beforehand.
Oh, fuck.
Both of them noted how old the thing looked, but still obviously active. There had been no drill holes to indicate it had been disarmed. The couple would end up calling the police, who would send out a bomb squad to extract the torpedo from the property's basement. And luckily they were able to remove it without incident.
God, dog.
But considering the squad did confirm the explosive was still active upon arrival, the whole situation just makes you think how much worse things could have really gone.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, imagine that thing like fell or like a kid was down there just like fucking around or something, not knowing what it was, and like threw it or something, or picked it up and dropped it or some shit. Just fucking blows up the whole house. Like, oh my god. I'm glad nothing like this whenever I bought my house happened, because that would be fucking terrible. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know a lot of it wasn't really scary. It was a little creepy. There's some creepy stuff, but not really scary. But I love these disturbing things. They are a little creepy, so I would consider them sort of horror. So, but guys, thank you all so much for the love and support on the channel. I really appreciate it. Sorry I had to skip daily uploads. I had to work fucking night shift this week, so I've kind of been off my normal daytime schedule. So sorry about that. But I'm trying. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. But I love you all so much. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.